What up, YouTube? So, let's see. The last video I said I would show the little startup. So we have a new order. Let's see. So that turns on the heat press. I'm trying to use my little smooth thing today so that the video is not as shaky. So we turned it on. Looks like it's set for 320 degrees. Timers are set for 90 seconds. It's at 150 degrees right now, so it's going to start warming up. And then we have to go over here to the pearl, and you can see that it is off. So, first thing you got to do with the pre-treatment machine is we have distilled water right here. We're gonna put that in there. Okay, so we have our little thing in there. And we're gonna come over here. We're good. Okay, I'm gonna do everything left-handed. Sorry. So I just flip the little button on. Nope. There we go. Let that bad boy start up. This is a little cover for the window. It's connected by magnets. You can see here. Magnets. Take that off. Take a cup. I'm going to take a cup. Let's see. That's the little nozzle right there. We're going to go over here. We're going to hit toolbox. And then we're going to put this cup up under here like so. Like right there. So it's underneath the nozzle. And then we're going to go ahead and hit manual. Auto. Okay. Hit auto, and then it's gonna pump the water through. And I think there's just different things that people say to do with this thing. This is what I've noticed works the best. So. I just do 2 of the water, and then we're gonna go take this out. So I think all that does is, when you, so when we do the shutdown at the end of the day, we'll go ahead and we'll run a bunch of distilled water through the lens again. It just keeps everything clean. And then, let's see, this is dark cotton pre-treat. We have, let's see, what is this one? Oh yeah, that's dark polyester. Light cotton. And light polyester. So, the cotton we're going to be using is going to be relatively dark, so we're going to use the dark cotton. So first thing I do with these, shake. Alright, so we got it nice and shaken up. Take that off, put that in there, and then we're going to come back to the front, and then we're going to put, so this is a different cup, we're going to put that cup under here, and then we'll hit auto on the little shirt one, so we'll hit auto. So now it's spraying. So what it's doing is we're priming the line with pre-treatment, so that when we start doing our pre-treat, and then all I'm doing is I'm pouring, so we're not wasting pre-treatment, we're just pouring it back in there. But it's priming the line so that the line is full of pre-treat when we go to pre-treat the first garment. So I think they say to do that like 2 or 3 times. So that was twice, obviously. And sorry. So I have the smooth in my right hand, and then I'm doing everything with my left hand. And I'm pushing the button with my right hand. So we'll see how this comes out. Hopefully it comes out pretty good. Alright. And then, so that was 3 times. Alright. I don't know why I didn't film pouring in there, but I didn't. Alright. So, pre-treatment, or the pre-treatment machine, pre-treat machine is primed. I was reading through the thing, and they actually suggest that these aren't supposed to sit very long without running stuff through them. So I think that can be an issue. Let's see. The heat press is warming up. Destiny is working on shipping labels. She is the shipping wizard, so she's getting the shipping set up. We have some black shirts. We're going to be collaborating with a company called Hutxh, I believe. I got confused because our company name is Hest. Theirs is Hutxh. Irene, you should check her out. She has a new podcast she just started, and she operates a business. Her sister is also a business owner. She owns a company called Arch Brow Studios. But Irene's been growing her apparel line, and I reached out to them and I said, hey, we should collaborate. We can do some prints for you whenever you need. So she took us up on the offer, and here we are. So let's see. Don't need to show you guys the invoice, but so she got some really cool. Boom. Yeah, she got some really cool shirts. So these are Bella Canvas, but these are, what do they call them? Let's see. Yeah, so these are women's relaxed jersey tees. And some of these are tri-blends, some of them are heathered shirts, and then mauve. I think that's just the color. Yeah. But really cool. I mean, they're just super soft. So we're going to put those over here. And then I think today we're doing the mauve ones. So yeah, so the mauve, really pretty color. It actually kind of has like I don't know if you could pick up on that shine, but that's kind of a shine to it. That's probably, yeah, I just really like these. They look good. So that's what we're going to be working with today. Some of these are going to be printed today. Some of them are going to have a different design on them. And then, I don't know if we're doing those ones yet. Yeah, but, so, nope, that's the wrong way. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting these pre-treated, and then we'll get them cured, and we'll get them over here. We'll basically put them on this rack until we're done. And then once we're done, then we'll come over here and we'll set up the Omniprint. You can see over there to the right there, right there is my laptop, and that has all the design on it, and that cord sitting in front of there is connected to the printer, and we'll start printing. But right now, I need to get these pre-treated. So here we go. What up, YouTubes? So we did a bunch of prep work. We got all the shirts pre-treated, and then we're over here on the RIP software on the laptop. We have our heat press is heated up and ready to go, and right now we are underway with the printing. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, so here we go. I didn't film the prep. We had a lot of work to do. So I'm not sure what I'll talk about in this video. We still have a special on black garments. Things have been rough. Should probably pause that music. Yeah. Not that anyone's gonna report me or YouTube will demonetize me because I'm not getting paid. But still, we don't want people flagging our videos. So what's going on?
I don't know.
That's different. Can you guys see that? It's not printing anything.
It looks like it's doing a good job, though. It looks like it knows what it's doing.
So, yeah, I don't really know. Don't really know what's going on there. We'll be back. What up, YouTube? We've had some difficulties these past couple days, but we're starting to get them figured out. Where's the other shirt at? The other one of these? So, like the last time I filmed, I was telling you guys we were doing a garment for Irene. She owns a company called Hutxh. I believe it's Hutxh. I could be wrong. But let's see. I'm gonna put these side by side and show you guys kind of what our issue was. So the Omniprint printer prints. It does print in pixels. So it's hard to get, like, you can't take like and this is all stuff that I'm learning, so if you're like way proficient in this, please forgive my, I don't know, my newness, I guess. But we'll just put these side by side, and I'll show you guys what they look like. Okay, so on the right here, we have the first print we did, and pan down. You can kind of see, we're about 8 inches away, and you can kind of see that the font itself is pixelated. So you can see these ridges that go up the font. And then the size of it, it's on a 3X shirt. The size of it is just too small, the print size. So this is the finished product, and you can see size comparison wise, the print's a lot larger, so it fills the shirt out a lot better. But then if you look at the actual text here, there's no more of that kind of pixelation. So what we did is we had a graphic designer, she created a vectored file, and then from that vectored file I uploaded it into Photoshop and set it up to raster size, I think is what the word is. Raster size the image, which basically took a vectored file and made it so that it had pixels, which meant we could save it as a usable file. So these Omniprint printers, and I'm assuming all printers in the direct-to-garment like business, they use pixels. So you can't take a vectored file and print it. I could be wrong here, I don't know. But yeah, so now that we have all that done, we are going to get the printer set up, and we're going to start printing. Something we do have to figure out is some way, somehow, the printer is not printing a white underbase. And you can see over here, we have some dark shirts. These are they're actually super cool. Here, I'll just walk over there. They're really cool. I think they're called a stonewash. It's like a stonewash black. But you can see, like they're really cool. They got a really cool look to them. But if we're gonna print black on these, we really need to make sure that we have that white underbase. If not, it's just not gonna pop as much as it would with it. So we're gonna print on the whites, because obviously we don't need a white underbase for those. And then we're gonna print on these, I think they call them heathered, it's like a heathered gray, I believe. So we'll print on those, because those don't really need it. But before we do this mauve heather, which is also another really cool color, Irene definitely has a knack for picking out some sweet garments. Before we do these, and before we do, I think it's called a olive green, and these are really cool too. Before we print on these, we got to make sure that white underbase choke is working properly, and that way we get the best print possible. And then I don't know what kind of awesomeness Irene has set up for these black shirts, but she did order, I think like 18 black shirts. So I'm sure she's got a pretty sweet design picked out for those. But all right, we're gonna get to work. See you later.
function.
Yep, and rear.
Function then rear.
Yeah. You didn't hit rear.
Ready?
Yep. Did you make sure your platinum's all the way back?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It's in the video. No, it's just set up now. Is that the first one or the second one? Was that the first? Okay. I am behind the camera. Destiny is setting the platen up with the garment, and then she is curing the print, and then I'm folding the print, or the shirt, the garment, and putting it in the shipping box, and then I'm also just operating the software. So unfortunately it's not like you can, well maybe you can, I don't know, I'll have to talk to Omniprint. When you're doing the same print, it would be nice if you could just, you know, print, keep all the settings. The print head would go back into the rest position. You could throw a shirt on and then hit like one button and it would come back up and print. The way it is right now, I was told anyway, during training to close out the image and then start the whole process back over, which isn't super difficult, but it's tedious when you're doing the same print over and over again. The other tedious thing is you have to reset the print, or the platen, not the platen, sorry. You have to reset the print head. Okay. You have to reset this thing, like, I can't remember what they call it, but this will, when it's finished, it's going to come up here, and then you have to hit standby so that it'll go to the back. And then after it goes to the back, she'll load a shirt on, and then you have to come up here and you have to function rear so that it resets the platen height. And then after that, I can hit print on the computer after I've set it up, the correct print settings in the computer. And then it'll print, and then she can kind of, you know, do the whole process again. It's just, there's a more efficient way, and I don't know if maybe we're doing it wrong, not as efficiently, but it would be nice to have a way that isn't so time consuming, I guess. And if you were a screen printer, I don't want to hear your BS about screen printing. Okay. Although I will say, for a simple image like this where it's just black ink, there definitely probably is an easier, method. The difference is there isn't, we're not doing a ton of shirts, so it's not like you guys would be willing to do this print anyway. You screen printers out there. What are your thoughts, Destiny?
What are you saying?
What are your thoughts?
The good cookie.
Good cookie?
Yeah. We got we got Nutter Butters, and it has chocolate on it.
The fudge dipped Nutter Butters. See, so now the platen went back to the print head went back up, so then I have to hit standby, and now it'll go back to the thing. So now she can take the shirt off and put it on the heat press, and then here, while she's doing that, I'll go ahead and grab the next shirt. So here. Not ripped, ribbed. Like it's got ribs in it.
No, I know, that's what I wanted.
I was telling the computer,
I see.
the YouTube people.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, we didn't rip the shirt.
I just want to be a part of it.
Okay, and now the shirt is on the platen, then you can go ahead and hit function and rear, which is going to set the platen height. So that's all being adjusted by freaking laser beams. That's what it's being adjusted by. So now that it's in the correct area, I have to go into the laptop. I have to close out the last document. And then I'm basically going back in to my file and I'm uploading the same document. And they explained why you need to do this. I just don't remember. So then I'm loading the same exact document I just did. I'm setting up my environment. Oh, and we did find out why it wasn't printing a white underbase. And that's because we're doing a simple black image. And apparently when you're doing a simple black image, because black is the darkest ink you're going to be using, you don't have to print a white underbase. And that probably was explained to me, and I just forgot. But yeah. So I go through, I create my settings again, and then I hit OK. Then I go to the print preview. I make sure everything looks good. Everything looks good. Then I hit print. It asks me where I'm printing from. I say OK. And now it has sent directions to the printer to go ahead and print this print with the settings. It just now moved. So you can see, I don't know if that took like 45 seconds because that's how long the heat press was going. Maybe 30 seconds. Well, let's not over exaggerate. We'll say 30 seconds, but it's 30 seconds of extra time. So if you're doing 30 shirts, 30 seconds, that adds up, that time adds up. So I don't know, maybe I'll reach out to Omniprint and find out if there's a more efficient way of doing like the same print over and over again. I'm gonna have to. Obviously, like right now, we're not doing a ton of business, so it's not a huge deal. But we've been doing DoorDash and Postmates on the side, and if we can get these shirts finished, then we can go do that in the evening to make up for lost revenue. But if this takes forever, if it takes hours and hours of our time, then we miss that window to go deliver. And right now we're making 15 to 20 bucks an hour doing that. On top of, we both have full-time jobs. So we're doing full-time jobs, the delivery thing, and we have this business. So your time, your time is valuable. So you want to get paid for your time. Was that two?
Yeah.
Alright. So we just want to be efficient with our time. That's all. No big deal.
After we do this gray one, are we moving to another color or what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we figure out what?
He said that for if you're doing just a black ink print, that you don't have to do any other settings.
Oh, I see. So even on our darker
Even the
ones?
darker
Oh, I
ones,
see.
he said.
Okay.
He said black's the darkest color, so
What do you want to go with next?
probably just bang out those mauves.
Okay. Oh, wow. This is a really pretty color.
Yeah. And because these are like retail ready, they're being printed for, I think I told you guys before, a company called Hutxh. Because they're quality shirts, we aren't using a production setting. So there is a production setting in the software, but they tell you straight up that the quality won't be as good as if you're doing a quality mode. So it does take a little bit longer, but the quality is better. And that's what we're about here at Hest, is quality. So we'll go ahead and, like, that's time we're okay with kind of, losing on, because we want it to be a great quality shirt, which it is. So that's why it takes a little bit longer. So after this gray one's finished, Destiny, do you want to model the colors? So just hold up that mauve one. So after that gray one's done, we're gonna go ahead and do mauve. And then after mauve, we'll probably show them the olive one. So this is the olive tri-blend, I believe. Oh, look at you. so we'll do the olive tri-blend. And then we have the Stonewash black. I think it's called Stonewash. These are really cool. Yeah, we're actually probably gonna order some more of these for ourselves, so we can make our own shirts.
Can they actually see the color?
Yeah, they can see it a little bit. Yeah, I did a close up earlier. Yeah. So we did the Stonewash, and then we both don't really like white shirts, but this is a white tri-blend, and it actually looks and feels really nice. So yeah, so we're actually kind of almost won over by that white tri-blend. And these are all Bella Canvas shirts. Standby. Cool. So that's what we're up to. We're gonna go ahead and get back to work. I might do a little something different later, but see ya. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I know this one was a little bit longer, but there was a lot of stuff to go through. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Irene and Hutch. Thank you for collaborating with us. We really enjoyed your project, and we hope to do many more with you in the future. Thanks guys, and look out for a new video coming to you soon.